Friends, hello to everyone! I am very glad to see you on our channel. And today, I want to tell you how to leave your dog alone at home. An adult or a puppy. Let's go! You ask very often on how to train your dog to stay at home alone. I already have a video on this topic, but it's very old, so we decided to record an updated version. First of all, I would like to say that a dog has certain life cycles. When a dog spends its energy, and when the dog rests. Using this example of a person, you can see that such cycle takes place in one day. At night we sleep, during the day we are active. A dog has several such cycles per day. Puppies have more of them, adult dogs have less. That is, the dog ran, then slept, ran, then slept. If we don't control these cycles, they become a little fuzzy. And that's normal, it can be, but if we want to achieve the maximum result, it is very important to adapt to your dog's cycles and learn to control them. That is, suppose the night has passed, the morning has come. This means that activity is now coming. We have to take the dog for walks, engage in training with him, throw him a ball, show different places, practice some commands, socialize, and adapt. The dog spends a lot of physical and moral strength on this action. If we made the first walk high quality and useful, the dog will be tired and will be forced to rest, restore, and accumulate strength for the next phase of activity. If the dog is constantly with you during the rest phase, he will get used to being around, and it will be very difficult for him to have moments of separation, because when you go somewhere to work or to the store, the dog thinks that he has lost you. He is used to constantly lying on your arms, sleeping with you next to him, and it will be certain stress for him. Therefore, separation should be started when you are at home, when the rest phase has come, and your dog is resting somewhere separately. It is not necessary to do this every time, but we must teach our dog to be alone when we're at home. That is, we're in the kitchen and the dog is resting somewhere in the corridor or in the room. Or we're in one room and the dog is in another. It is very important not to react to the manipulations of the dog. That is, if the dog calls you, whines, or scolds, ignore it. Pay attention to your dog only when he is calm and quiet. He must understand that you will return and communicate with him only when he is silent. If your dog whines and you react to it every time, this way your dog learns to get your attention and he can use it all the time, thus putting you in an uncomfortable position. Therefore, please do not be an object of manipulation. If he is active at this moment, of course he'll rush to us, scratch the door, whine, and crave our attention. Therefore, it is very important to take a quality walk before that. Having some personal space with the dog will work very well. It can be a cage, it can be a playpen, it can be a separate room, but which we systematically use so that the dog can recover on it. The dog must understand that this is not a punishment, that this is not deprivation of liberty. This is not some kind of isolation, but this is an opportunity. In this way, the dog will get used to the fact that people are somewhere there and I am here. And when we leave the apartment or house, it will no longer be as such a tragedy for the dog that we left him, because he gets used to the fact that we rest separately. Please, write in the comments, and how does your dog stay alone? I will be very interested to read. Next, so that your dog remains alone and does not disappoint you, remove all things that the dog can destroy. That can be unpredictable, and you can find a lot of different catastrophic and apocalyptic videos on the internet where dogs destroy the entire building. But we still won't be able to clean everything, so at least shoes, phones, chargers, some small things, magazines, books that the dog can reach, please remove them so as not to provoke the dog to destroy your things. Get the dog used to the fact that when you leave the dog to rest or when you leave him, you leave some interesting, tasty thing for the dog. For example, a Kong toy that is filled with something tasty. Or some dried treat, some dried pig's ear, so that the dog knows that each once you leave him alone, you specially prepare treats and he will not be left alone with those treats. Here is another tip. Start your separations very short. Start with 1 minute. You left the house, wait, and then return. Next time do it a little longer. You wait 2 minutes and came back. Next time even longer. And in this way, gradually accustom the dog that you're gonna leave him, but that it is not for long, and you will definitely return. The whole disaster lies in the fact that the dog does not believe that you will return. He just gets stressed because it took a 10-minute walk in the morning, the dog has a lot of energy, and you leave him, go to work for the day, and the dog goes crazy, he growls, howls, destroys your things, and so on. Therefore, take very active, high-quality walks. Train the dog to stay alone at home. Each time we leave some interesting things for the dog, such as Kong or treats. Train the dog to stay either in the cage, or in the playpen, or in his place, so that he gets used to resting there. Teach the dog to stay alone in the house, gradually going out for short periods of times, so that he gets used to it. And the last thing I want to say, do not provoke the dog to destroy your valuables. We clean everything so that the dog cannot reach anything, and you do not get disappointment when you return at home. If you use all these recommendations, I am more than sure that your dog will start to respond better to separation. And of course, you have to understand that not every dog can withstand separation for 12 hours a day. And in general, I have a big question. Why did you get a dog do you want to leave him alone at home for 12 hours a day? Better find him people who will spend time with him, walk him, love him, play with him, and so on. Thank you for watching to the end. Thank you for your attention. I wish you all the best.